Hi, my name is Daniel Chaillet-Bisson, Game Director at Eidos Montreal. I'm going to talk to you about Shadow of the Tomb Raider in 30 seconds. This game is about the end of the origin story, where you'll see Lara becoming a Tomb Raider that she's meant to become. For that, to really understand and seeing that, we had to create a game that was much more emotional and is about a personal journey. In this game, Lara will have to make choices, and these choices will have deep impact on the world. There's a scene, for example, in the game where she's making an impulsive. There's no more time. If you want to know more about Shadow of the Tomb Raider, let's see each other at E3.
Hi, I'm David Hubert, Cinematic Director at Eidos Montreal, and today we're going to talk about the Shadow of the Tomb Raider. For this game we have a much darker tone. Lara Croft is going through a lot, and we knew that in terms of performance the intensity of some of the sequence would be pretty high. We really want to make sure to capture those moments with the actors and really nail those moments to create strong moments within the game that the player is going to remember for a while. There's a sequence, for instance, with Lara and Jonah, or in an argument, and from the moment that we see the performance on stage, we knew that it was something very special, never seen before. Oh, sorry, time's up. More details are going to be revealed at the next E3, so stay tuned.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Yann Régnier, je suis artiste 3D chez Eidos Montréal et en 30 secondes je vais vous parler de mon travail sur Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Il y a beaucoup de puzzles et de mécanismes dans ce jeu, j'en ai fait plus de 50. Mon travail consiste à essayer de rendre les mécanismes et les puzzles fonctionnels en mécanique pour éviter les objets magiques. Je me suis beaucoup documenté sur la civilisation qu'on a dans le jeu et de me limiter en termes de matériaux, du bronze, pas de fer, de la corde, de la pierre, de l'obsidienne, du bois. Une machine en particulier m'a demandé beaucoup de temps de conception. J'ai essayé d'imaginer ce qui me ferait le plus peur en fait devant une tombe. J'ai repensé à une sorte d'araignée. Désolé, le temps est terminé. Rendez-vous à l'E3 pour découvrir mes mécanismes dans Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Hi, I'm Emily. I'm a lead performance at Eidos Montreal, and I'm going to try to explain you in 30 seconds what I'm doing on Shadow of the Tomb Raider. One of the aspects of the game that my team and I are working on is the social aspect. For example, Jonah is really more present in that game. He's a character from the previous games, obviously, but this time Lara and him will experience stuff together. It will give like a more grounded and believable aspect to Lara. Another social aspect that we worked on is civilization. This time Lara won't be alone as she used to be. Lara will be able to actually interact with human beings. She will discover... Time up, I can't say no more. Stay tuned for more information at E3 on Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Hi, I'm Jill Murray. I'm a lead writer for Eidos Montreal, and I'm going to tell you about my work on Shadow of the Tomb Raider in 30 seconds. To close this trilogy, we see Lara Croft become the powerful Tomb Raider she's destined to be. But depending on perspective, a hero can also be a threat. So in her defining moment, Lara will have to decide which of those she is. I'm most proud that we've crafted an emotional, character-driven story. We'll take a deeper look at Lara's relationship with her best friend Jonah, and in Dr. Dominguez, we have an antagonist who is really Lara's equal. He challenges her because at the end of the day, his motivations are just as compelling as her. Oh, time's up. We're excited to tell you more about Shadow of the Tomb Raider, so please check us out at E3.
Hi, my name is Mathieu Bissonnette. I'm a level designer at Eidos Montreal, and today, in 30 seconds, I'm going to talk about Shadow of the Tomb Raider. In Shadow of the Tomb Raider, from a level design perspective, the big difference is that Lara is now, from the prey to the predator, she's now fully in control. Lara is using everything at her disposal, the environment, the ingredients, to infuse fear into the heart of the enemies. For instance, if she takes down one of the enemy from the group, they starts to panic, they starts to be afraid, and this way it's easier for her to push forward into the space. There's this moment in the game where Lara only have her knife, and she's gonna use fear to... Sorry guys, that's all the time we've got. See you at E3 for even more details on Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
I'm Jason Dozwell, Narrative Director on Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and in 30 seconds I'm going to talk about the story of the game. It's a tremendous responsibility to be in charge of wrapping up Lara's origin story in a satisfying way. Along with the classic external hunting, racing, chasing for artifacts, there's also much more intrigue and mysteries for Lara to solve in this episode. After lots of research into Mesoamerican cultures, we came up with a very interesting path of clues and a challenge for Lara to solve and find out where the location of a hidden artifact is. An artifact that Lara's looking for, that Trinity's hunting for, but there's also a third. That's all the time we have for now. To find out more on Shadow of the Tomb Raider, check us out at E3.
My name is Frédéric Arnaud. I'm the lead sound designer at Eidos Montreal, and today I'm going to talk to you in 30 seconds about Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Our goal in the sound side was to bring an immersive experience to the player. For the jungle, when Lara will be in a certain region, you're going to hear the real birds from that region in real life. For the dialogue, we went to Mexico and we record real Mexican voice actor to bring the real-life environment to the game. Bring the immersion to another level. We record a tortillas machine. All those little details help the player to the immersion, especially when Lara's going to the city. Not enough time. If you want more information about Shadow of the Tomb Raider, we will be at the next E3.
Hello, my name is Charlie Chive. I'm a concept artist here at Eidos Montreal, and I'll show you the work I've done on Shadow of the Tomb Raider in 30 seconds. In this game, it was super important to show the emotions of the characters. When you want to suggest a mood, you can do it through a color script. Using narrative context, you can drive the colors that you need in your scene. For example, if Lara is in danger, you can use hard shadows to give tension, and green to show insecurity. It was fun in that game to play with the colors and create mood that bring the player in the story. So that's it for today. If you want more info of Shadow of the Tomb Raider, follow us at E3.
Hey, I'm Martin Palco. I'm a senior technical artist at Eidos Montreal, and I'm going to talk to you about Shadow of the Tomb Raider in 30 seconds. On this game, we did a lot of work improving a lot of visual effects, such as fire, smoke, explosions, water. One of our goals is to be very realistic, and we use a lot of real-world physical formulas in the game. For the fire, we actually measure the temperature of the flame and generate a color based on that. So there's a scene where Laura's wading through a pool of water that has oil floating on the surface. So we did a lot of work to make that oil very believable, including like the sheen and the color separation on the top of the water and the... sorry guys, we're out of time, but you can check out more about Shadow of the Tomb Raider at this year's E3.
Allô, je m'appelle Audrey Flamand-Lapointe, je suis senior lighting artist chez Eidos Montréal. Je vais vous parler de Shadow of the Tomb Raider en 30 secondes. Dans ce nouveau jeu, les couleurs, les contrastes et les emplacements de chaque lumière ne sont pas placés au hasard. Tout est décidé pour aider le joueur à ressentir les émotions de Lara à travers l'histoire. Est-ce que c'est du passé? Est-ce que c'est du présent? Les couleurs aident à tout. Les lumières sont placées de façon stratégique pour découper les formes, l'espace et sentir la profondeur. De cette façon, le joueur peut savoir où se cacher avec Lara et où est-ce que les ennemis sont placés. Il y a un endroit dans le jeu où est-ce qu'on sent vraiment la profondeur avec l'aide de la lumière volumétrique et du brouillard. Les ennemis sont bien découpés et mis en... Ah, le temps est terminé. Si vous voulez en savoir plus sur Shadow of the Tomb Raider, rendez-vous à l'E3.
Hello, my name is Bianca Lavric, and I am a Dev QA tester at Eidos Montreal, and today I'm going to be talking to you about Shadow of the Tomb Raider in 30 seconds. Inside of this new Tomb Raider game, the enemy AI is very complex, and as QA we gotta test it. We gotta test that the waypoints work, that Lara's cover points work, that the enemy AI's cover point work, that we can shoot them, they can shoot us, that they can see us. And then we have to test the triggers. Some of them are more complex than others, and as QA, we gotta make sure that everything streams in properly. There's this one moment, we spent a lot of time on it, and we gotta make sure that Lara, when she crosses a boundary, the helicopter that comes... Sorry guys, but this is over, and we'll see you at E3 with more information about Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Hello, my name is Daniel Tapo. I'm a gameplay director at Eidos Montreal, and today I'm going to describe to you in 30 seconds what we did on Shadow of the Tomb Raider. In Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Lara takes advantage of her environment. This can be seen, for example, in swimming, where now she can navigate freely in all body of water and explore new environment from small cavern to massive challenge tomb, where she'll find substantial rewards. This freedom of navigation can also be seen in other layers, for example, in canopy traversal, where she can jump from tree to tree, and also wall. Well, my time is up, so see you at E3, where you'll have more info on Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Hey, I'm David Boileau, lead UI here at Eidos Montreal, and I'm going to take 30 seconds to talk to you about UI on Shadow of the Tomb Raider. For UI on Shadow of the Tomb Raider, we wanted to focus a lot on the maturity aspect of the presentation layer. We wanted to really achieve a cinematic type of experience. This is about reducing the noise and the congestion of textures on the HUD to make sure that the player's not being sucked out of the immersion of the experience. Oftentimes in UI, when nobody notices us, this is when we've done our job. And one of the other aspects we really wanted to focus on was the map screen. With us, we have a much more grounded experience. We've gone for more of a top-down approach with something like Sorry guys, time's up. If you want more information about Shadow of the Tomb Raider, definitely check us out at E3.
Hi, my name is Marco Foglia. I'm a senior cinematics animator at Eidos Montreal. I can talk to you about Shadow of the Tomb Raider in 30 seconds. I work in the cinematics team. We're responsible for the cinematics of the game. A lot of the cinematics are based off performance capture with live actors, but there were several animals we had to create for this game, and those are impossible to mocap. So it's pretty challenging for us. It requires a lot of hours of going through footage and reference of the character. In this game specifically, there were some jaguars that became pretty important characters in the story and the game itself. And there's a scene where Lara kind of gets confronted by a jaguar after a pretty long fight. Looks like my time is up. More will be announced at E3 this year for Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Hope you guys enjoy it.
Hello guys, I'm David Anfossi, Eidos Montreal Studio Head. I'm here to talk about the Shadow of the Tomb Raider development. For Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Eidos Montreal led the development in collaboration with Crystal Dynamics. So we had to build a team with people who already worked on the Tomb Raider franchise, like Dan Bisson as creative director, with talented experts who never worked on this franchise, like Mario Chaptini as senior producer, Martin Dubot as art director. And these guys deliver an amazing Tomb Raider experience. I'm very proud of them. The most exciting part for the studio is that they will stick together to work on future development. That's it for today. We are hard at work to prepare the E3. So see you over there.